Hi Aquarius, this is all about you. This is your weekly oracle and tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Michelle, nice to meet you. So Aquarius, this is a look at the week ahead, the next 7 days or so. Whenever you see this video, it's the right time. So please absolutely go back and watch other videos if you are so inclined. This is for Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, or anywhere Aquarius affects your chart. You can go back to your natal chart and see where Aquarius influences that chart, and these energies will apply to that. If you are on platforms that allow for commercial breaks, there will be one, but I will let you know and I won't let it interrupt the message. Let's get right into your reading, Aquarius. We start out with an oracle card reading, and then if you choose, if you want to, if you're digging it, there's an extended reading below where there's a full tarot card spread and a romance reading. So let's see what's in the cards for you today. This is energy for Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, Aquarius energy. Week ahead, Aquarius energy for the week ahead. Your crowning energy. Let's start with it. For Aquarius, claim your independence. Now, I would say that you embody this sort of sense of independence all the time. You are people who tend to know yourself and tend to know your own minds. And as much as you do know yourself and you do know your own minds, you can question your value or worth in other people's eyes, or amongst other people. Not that you don't have confidence or that you don't know your value, but there is a sense of somehow almost feeling like aloof and apart from other people. Maybe you see things the way that they don't always see things, or you have insights, or you're interested in things that most of the time make you an observer as opposed to a participant. I don't see this being a bad thing. I just see this being the overall energy for the week ahead. This could, of course, speak to you becoming single or free, or quitting a job in order to start up your own business. This is a sense of standing back in your own power in a calm and quiet way, in a way that is natural. It's not like you're announcing it to the world. It's just an assumed confidence that you have. You know, cat energy is a very playful energy. So this could be a very happy time for you, a time when you're entering into feeling really, really good about yourself, and doors are opening up for you. That's this overall energy of doors are opening up for you without you necessarily having pounded on them. They're opportunities that you will look at from afar. You're taking some time to go over and see, well, do I really even want this? I feel like you're at a position, Aquarius, this week where you don't have to make a choice. And it's not because you like to deliberate on things. It's just because, well, let's put it this way. You're in a position of power. Not power over others, but power over your own fate. So you will be able to make the decision, make a choice. You'll have choices that you can explore. And so there is this sense of confidence about you that does not need to rush anything, or won't let yourself be rushed this week, because, well, you don't really have to be, do you? This is almost 9 of Pentacles energy, where you're standing in your own power. You have everything that you need. And anything that you don't need, you know that you can get it if you want it. There's a lovely sense of certainty and self-assuredness to the energy for this week for you. I may slip in a commercial for you guys right here, and I'll be back in 30 seconds. For the rest of the reading. Now, for those of you who don't have to wait, good. Think on your feet. And this is very cat-like energy. It's interesting. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius. But this is a compromised sense of self. This was coming out as upright, but it flipped over. Something that you had relied on, or something that you thought was going to happen, didn't happen. And it could have put you in a feeling of sadness, doubting your self-worth. Not depression, though. You bounce back very, very quickly. You don't want to take anything too seriously. And this This is telling me that you are bouncing back in Sagittarius season. That whenever or however you were compromised in the weeks that were past, you're bouncing back and things are turning around for you in terms of how you feel about and respect yourself. It's turning around for you in Sagittarius season. You're adopting a much more playful energy, an energy of good times, good times. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You've just decided to not plan ahead. There are, like I said, unexpected opportunities coming up, or unexpected, I keep saying opportunities. They could be challenges, but I think that your mindset is going to not see them as challenges. You're going to see them as opportunities. And so I'm going to keep using that word because there is a sense of, duck and weave, but you're almost going to be enjoying it. The way that it's coming at you and your sense of sort of your self-confidence is so improved and solid, coming out of a sense of something compromised the way that you felt about yourself. And you don't want to feel that way anymore. So I do believe there's a consciousness behind this choice this week for you to make a decision. You've decided that you're not going to take things so personally. You're not going to take things so seriously. There is a Sagittarius that could be coming back into your life that helped to compromise your independence to begin with. There's a Sagittarian energy coming through loud and clear. They want to play with you. They want to talk to you. And they came through in another one of your readings too. There is an energy that's still here. They may be coming around, and I see you remembering the effect that they had on you a while back. And I see you maybe even having a sense of a removed calm when you regard them now. That wouldn't have been the case at all times. Be here now. Sing your own song is in reverse. Once again, I think that you are waiting for them to make their move and waiting to see what they say, because there is a sense of underminedness here, in that something that they did or something that they spoke or something that they said about you, or maybe even words were exchanged between the two of you at one point, that could very well have not been so flattering for one or the other. So in this current state, it's almost like a remembering of what happened before. You don't want to go back there, because you're sort of done with the pettiness and you don't like the way that you felt it compromised who you were. I love the way that you're looking at them. I want to turn the camera around. I'm going to turn the camera around, Aquarius, to show you the way that this crowning energy is looking. You're looking directly at this lion that was compromised. It's almost like you're stepping outside of yourself and looking back upon yourself at that past space. And you're seeing yourself for what you went through. You're remembering what you went through. And so right now, there's a sense of, like I said, happiness that you're alone. Happiness in who you've become. Maybe you have in some way, shape, or form deflated your own ego, and you did it happened because of all that you went through. With this past situation, there was just somebody that was almost too playful. I'm going to say playful outside of the space that they were supposed to be playful in. So they wouldn't just be playful with you, or they were always distracted looking at something else. This is a Gemini energy. Hummingbird spirit is a Libra energy as well. So they could have had their eye on somebody else. And maybe in some ways you sense that they still do. But Aquarius, you're shining. You're shining bright like the diamond. This is your week. You are shining. You are receiving public recognition. The bounty keeps coming in. So you're multiplying. Like I said, you're going to have many different options. You still feel somehow like, oh, it's like you're repressing what you really want to say because you know that it'll make you look bad. And you also know that you don't have to say anything. There's no need. But there's part of you that wants to. There's part of you that wants to put this person on blast. It has to do with maybe things that are kept secret. It's almost like you're sick of keeping their secrets for them. Like the part of you that wants to scream and shout is the part of you that doesn't want to help them in any way, shape, or form anymore. You don't want to be the secret keeper for them because who they are hurt you. And why would you help to hurt yourself? They could very well be held accountable for what is going on with their lives right now. Them being exposed or somebody holding them accountable or something coming out about them. I don't really know. What I know is there's this mentality of you have kept a truth hidden. Maybe it was to protect your own face. Maybe it was to protect your own reputation. Clear out the clutter. You're holding on to something. On the surface, things are going very, very well for you. But underneath the surface, you still hurt. I got this energy from you last week. I feel like it's even more intensified now that we go into Sagittarius season and there is sort of like a shining. Maybe it's this person that's sort of shining and their life is picking up and their success is happening. And there's still this little tiny part of you that doesn't want to see that. And it's what I would say is the claim your independence, this crowning energy, Aquarius, there's a message of own what you feel. You know, you're sort of judging yourself as petty or mean or maybe cruel for calling that person out and being still upset and angry for the way that they might have compromised you in the past. But you know what? Their shadiness is their responsibility. You don't have to keep their secrets for them. You have no obligation to help them be a jerk, to help them continue to hide the part of themselves that hurt you. Like, don't be on their side. And I think that that's what you're trying to weigh in this week, is that that's what you're struggling with, is do I speak about this out loud? Do I share this? Do I share this? Do I share this frustration and pain and the way that I was compromised? Do I let it go? Because there's part of you that has not let go. I think there's a part of an Aquarius that doesn't let go. Unlike other air signs, they definitely, they will hold on. You guys will definitely, I don't know if to call it a grudge, but you don't forget. Let's put it this way, you're an idealist. And when people disappoint you, that doesn't go away. It just doesn't. And maybe people call that petty. I just think it's you being on your guard about ever being compromised in that way again. And that could actually serve a good purpose for you, because that means not letting people back in your life once they have compromised you in some way. But it also weighs you down, and it takes this part of you that used to be light and carefree and playful, and it gives it more a solidness. So maybe I'm talking to very mature Aquarians or Aquarians that have been through a lot, but there is this sense of the shadow that is inside of you and that has been built. And listen, on the surface, this is a very good week for you. Like I said, public accolades, shining bright, people praising you. And I think maybe that's what's really pissing you off, is that this person is praising you publicly and you just want to punch them in the nose. And you're not going to do it, but it's like, you can tell, it's like, that's this telltale sign, Aquarius, that there's still this angriness in you. There's still this disappointment in you. And in a way, you haven't claimed your independence from them completely because they still have this effect on you. And I have to say this, and I'm going to probably put this as the title of the reading. They say that anger is just love disappointed. And I feel like this is what you're working with this week. Love disappointed that you're still angry about. This looking at them like, what a fool you are to have compromised what we had. What a fool you are for not seeing what you had in me. Look at me. I am amazing. What a fool you are. And honestly, I don't think you've ever said that. I think outwardly you have played it very calm and very sophisticated and very classy. But in a way, I want to tell you to say what you need to say, at least to them. Tell them off. Tell them what a jerk they were. Tell them how ridiculous they were and how ridiculous they made themselves look. Maybe what's making you the most angry is that they're not begging your forgiveness, and they should be. But listen, Aquarius, if they're still that stupid, aren't they telling you over and over again who they are? And yes, to some degree, you understand that. But another degree, you would actually like the public to say that and point that out about them. And you would like them to be called out publicly. You want a little bit of public shaming for them. And I don't think that that makes you a horrible person. I think it makes you a human. And so at the very least, give yourself some credit. And try not to let this pain, this one thing, affect who you are or how much you love yourself or how much you are able to believe in other people again. This circumstance could have really messed you up. And if it had anything to do with the reading that I read for you last week or a couple of weeks ago, it almost kind of put a little bit of damper on the way that you're willing to open up to people or how you're willing to listen to them. It's almost like maybe you're suspicious of them instead of being as open-hearted as you used to be. You're a little bit darker. That just makes you more sensual and more beautiful. People may have to work harder for you. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Let me turn the camera around so that I say maybe it is definitely a good thing. But the maybe comes into my mind simply because I want you to love again. I want you to open your heart. To most people, you will be appreciated and you will be valued. There tends to be this tendency toward you, I think, to be so overcome with interest and be intrigued about somebody that you don't make them qualify themselves enough first. Let me flip the camera around. Hold on. Full spread. And there's this energy right in the center of something, stifling something, holding on to something, holding on to your voice, not saying something out loud. And I feel like this is from the past. That there's a shadow that's been cast over your star, not because of your star. Because you didn't say what you need to say. I feel like you're more disappointed in others than you are even in this specific person because they seem to be okay with who this human being is. And maybe they haven't stuck up for you. And that's where your real disappointment is, in wanting other people to stick up for you, in wanting other people to say, call that person out. This expectation of, hey, why is everybody so okay with this person who is a little bit shady? I'm on your side. I agree with you. I can almost feel your, you're being so irritated and you don't want to come off as whiny or complaining or bitter. But so what? Who cares? I honestly don't think that the way that you're shining right now, I don't think that people will judge you harshly. What I think is that they'll judge you humanly. . this is what I wanted to show you. Cat spirit is looking directly at lion spirit in reverse. It's this crowning energy of being independent and being free again and being happier again and making yourself lighten up. I mean, yourself being light, being good by yourself. You know, cats can always take care of who they are, and they always find something to be interested in, and it's a very playful energy. It's an energy of just allowing yourself to be present in the here and now and to have a good time. But there is a reminiscence here, looking back, a retrospection, looking at either this fox or this lion in reverse, the sense of yourself in reverse. Maybe this, I just feel like you could have been dealing with a very egotistical person. Egotistical Sagittarian, egotistical Aries, Leo, egotistical fire sign. That came across as very, very balanced and happy and harmonious. This is a energy of Libran energy, very loving. And you're angry. You're really pissed at them for going on and moving on and shining bright and really never being held accountable for what they really are. Let's see what happens to this person. I'm really curious. I'm going to do a full tarot card spread and the romance reading, Aquarius. I'll see you over there.